one team is going to just switch things up massively, or if both sides kind of feel like what they're doing is working. I feel like there is some sort of an equilibrium there. It's just the back and forth of how does early control go, what was this response. I feel like that back and forth for both teams is pretty even. It's just coming down to some of these timings and just hitting the shots, the setups within all of that. But other than that, it's pretty default Inferno that we're seeing. Once again, it's an early win for FaZe on Banana. MIBR don't want to challenge whilst that smoke is up on half wall. Going to pressure around apartments and top mid first, then consider pressuring Banana to just make things a little bit obscure, and then make the decision as to where they end up after that. That's the flow of things here.
Spam of the apps. This time at least MIBR are not a man down out of the spawn. That could happen sooner rather than later. FaZe are aware. Smokes are fading on the A site, and MIBR will begin to make their move. 50 seconds. FaZe are entrenched at B right now. With the bomb back down mid, I wonder if MIBR will feign an A take and double back into this late B play. If they do, there's no way FaZe are going to be rotating early. They look committed to the site right now. Olaf is going CT, but he's leaving his teammate deep. Kjaerbye regressing. Oh my, this is big. Can he catch players with nades out? Are they ready for this position? No! The spray from Kjaerbye is good for one and a bit of damage. Coldzera finishes the job onto another player and finds the bomb at his feet. 20 seconds and 1v3 for the AWP. This should be done. He's saving. He's letting them go past at this point. Here's the footsteps and doesn't want to take a shot. Not until he can guarantee he can escape. That is it. 15 rounds to FaZe. Map 3. Not locked in. Looking likely. The only thing MIBR have is bountiful amounts of cash.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say on the previous map, which went to overtime, Dust 2, MIBR found a way to really dig deep. Just at the last possible second, everything turned around for them, and they were just crushing it all the way to the victory. And well, this is that same scenario. Their back is against the wall, nowhere else to turn. We'll have to see if they can pull off something similar as to the Dust 2 performance. For now, though, we actually have a start whereby they are winning Banana, so that's already a good change. That has been a predictor of a lot of the victories of their, the rounds in which they've played so far. So, in fact, after many rounds of defaults, they may completely catch FaZe off guard. During the time you expect the top mid take to come in, the B exec might come in. But with that said, Kjaerbye's already rotating towards B, so it feels like somehow FaZe understand this. They have the tell somehow.
And his contact is just a smoke flash. In they go. Kjaerbye cornered down by the utility, but Olaf is still here and fighting for his life. 2 kills is more than you could ask for. A gap in the smoke, but Kjaerbye shot through the full-fledged edge. The bomb's secured, but not the plant. 3v3. It's a retake round for FaZe to close the map.
Oh, right. So you got this little molly. Kjaerbye's going to dump that one over to try and flush players out from these post plants. That's going to make Bolts get... Oh, I was going to say uncomfortable, but the Molotov's missed. Bolts repositions anyway. Yeah, almost caught there, getting a Molotov of his own in. Now, he could have saved that for the defuse. He's used it early instead to try and slow down this retake, try and waste even more time. Bolts needs help, and there it is from Shuz. Yell with another, and suddenly it's all on to Brokey. That is a nice little post plant from MIBR. The missed Molotov coming back to hurt FaZe as well. Leaves them guessing as to where Bolts might be, and yeah, he dies with the bomb, but money is not the problem for MIBR. They're sorted, they're fine.
Yeah. What's so nice about that is because it's such a fast execute out of spawn with like a minute on the clock, MIBR haven't, as you said, Dan, gone back to their A default, taking the mid control, cycled smoke, set up util there. They've got so many grenades. So in that post plant, they double molly coffins, they HE in as well. They're just like attacking FaZe with projectiles and softening up those targets. So it's a great round for MIBR. It's taken a while to figure out a solution. That's finally it, and that will help as well. Brokey takes his AWP down Banana, and Yell sends him back to the lobby.
just like that. Back against the wall. Suddenly, there's this extra oomph coming in from MIBR. Yell playing with fire there, but really keeping a lot of attention. Just keeping that pressure on towards Banana for now. And making FaZe respected. And they are split 2 to a bomb site, and this is a very typical situation. Now, there's 2 options. Either FaZe, well, there's 3 options. Either FaZe try to stack one side entirely, or they stay in a 2-2, or they try to info push with 2 players on one of the 2 ends. The info push is not happening. They're staying passive, and they are going to be the recipients of a fully fledged Brazilian push onto this A site, a split push. It's going to be very difficult to hold this. Kirby trying to lock it down from the default boxes, but it's not happening for him. coldzera, it's all that's there, and it's just a measly 1 kill for him.
Oh, baby, here we go. Another OT. It's not what I had in mind, but FaZe struggling to close. What was seriously helping it was Brokey getting these opening kills in multiple rounds in the last few for FaZe. So without that happening, and in this one, Brokey dying first in Banana very early as well, it started to flip on its head, the momentum shift. The money that has been here all half long is finally getting put to use by MIBR. And one more, and we run the clock back.
It's kind of crazy. Again, if you look at it, this is kind of, I think, exactly how it went in the last few rounds of Dust 2. Because FaZe, I mean, they're actually going to save a couple guns, but they don't have economy. So if they had lost those 2 weapons, they would have been on a really shoddy kind of force buy situation. So everything's looking good for MIBR to really send this to overtime. However, I would say on this map, it's going to be a much easier prospect to make stuff happen with a shoddier buy. And you can see that those 2 guns saved really made all the difference here for FaZe. They've got a pretty solid buy going into this last round.
Yeah, and that's going to apply in OT2 as well, right? FaZe, if MIBR get us there, well, you know, we know MIBR have had money all T-side long. FaZe will finally be in that same camp with full grenades, with the orbs available as well to lock down Banana if we get there. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, not to say that FaZe are suddenly favored, but they will be in a better position than they have been here in the second half. However, everything goes out the window once you hit OT. MIBR moving up B. Early rotate out for Brokey. The orb going into the A site. Couple nades. The orb rings off. Boosted at the back of B, or at least double stacked to the site are FaZe. And already, yeah, Brokey reconsidering. It's the right call. B has been a bit of a problem in the last few rounds. And Brokey's committed. In the past, when we've seen Kirby here as a 3rd man, he was in spawn, so he can't really do anything. Spam a smoke at best, but can't actually make a play for the bomb. And so Brokey playing in the site is nice, but there's just so much reconsidering, right? He goes in, he goes out, he shakes it about. This time it's Olaf leaving, but he's not going far. So he will again be able to throw in that molly, spam the smoke, provide some assistance as MIBR go with 20 seconds. Brokey is the first to die. Rain can trade, but they've got to get this plant.
Ooh, bomb dropped, Rain buying time, and it all comes down to that. And now, with the kill, they need to get the bomb planted. They've got 7 seconds. coldzera trying to deny it, but he can't. And so with seconds to spare, the lifeline is in for MIBR. Kirby all alone does have the drop on Yell. Yell's got no idea. Blindsided by the FAMAS. Still in with a chance of FaZe. Kirby trying to get them over this finish line. He spots 1 man on the pillar, but Bolz holds his own. 1 HP the difference. And we're heading to overtime. Again, the second overtime in this series. This time on FaZe's map pick.
Yeah, last time MIBR took it flawless. Keep that in mind over on Dust 2. So, not to say that's necessarily going to repeat, but FaZe unable to close on Inferno as well. Oh, seen that before, Dan. Oh, I like the move. FaZe have the money now. They've got deep mollies in mid. They've pushed off the back of it. And Kiebi has netted a couple of kills. Oh, the change of pace for FaZe may be the solution after all.
You threw me there with the Boston Major reference, and I was actually muted, so I was responding and stuff, and I was like, oh nothing's happening. No, it's totally cool. I don't know why I was muted. Either way, that's that change of pace, just going up mid like that for FaZe, that seems to be the kind of the move that they were looking for. They've managed to get into a 5 versus 3 MIBR, not expecting to get caught off like that. That's the first time that FaZe have pushed mid like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's the case.
Yeah. And
now we're in a spot where MIBR trying to find their way into some kind of a solution. And Bolts, as the setup here is beautiful. There shouldn't be a reality where you can get 2 kills out of this. It won't even be the one. Cold will take him down. And now they know how deep FaZe are toward Banana. And the smoke gets dropped too. So 40 seconds left, and there is actually nowhere to go.
Yeah, you've got no control, right? Nothing's safe. It's like, feels like only a matter of time, and there it is. Yeah, you know, might just save, even though it doesn't need to, right? It's overtime. He's all good for money. But that just shows how fast and how dominant, how controlling this round was from FaZe. You've essentially, in the entirety of this round timer, not left T-Ramp. That's how it felt if you were MIBR.
Yeah, the change of pace, the aggro play, it's definitely a solution, but is it a long-term solution? Is it something that FaZe can rely on, right? Because Kiebi makes a big play, but you know MIBR are going to be ready for something like that now in OT. I love that FaZe wait all the way till overtime and then they decide to do something like that. It's just so out of left field. It's just the last thing MIBR are going to expect. They've been given a lot of room to really get away with whatever they want in middle and taking this A site round after round. Nice damage done, but it's still a kill for FaZe as they both escape through the apartments with the Molotov. Already back to familiar territory. Solo B is a big risk in this round, and yeah, FaZe won't hold it for long. Brokey on a rotate. Alongside Rain, who's now back in. Sorry, Brokey's at the AWP on the short side. He's got a free kill there. It's down to a 3-on-5, and MIBR just desperately hoping to execute into B, into the stack as well. So, looking like a 2-0 for FaZe in the OT. Unless something ridiculous happens.
So labored, so difficult. VR trying to make their way in inch by inch. Cello, that's a good opening, but there's a response in kind. Oh, Bolts finds 2 out of nothing, and just like that, bomb down. Kirby and Brokey make their way through CT to try to contest this, but there is enough time for Bolts to get some additional positioning. Yell as well towards Banana with that AWP scoped in, also ready. And the steps are heard. Brokey, or rather, Bolts knows what's coming. Brokey is the last man. He's going to be stuck in a crossfire here. Yell waiting for the perfect moment to peek. There's the shot. Brokey can't make it happen. And that is a much-needed round from MIBR. And Bolts, what an incredible spot he found himself in. And the performance that he delivered, that means everything here for MIBR. Gives them just that one round that they need to work with. Some relief.
No, that everything about how Bolts played that was great. I mean, that was a 3-on-5, right? That goes down to a 2-on-2, and MIBR end up closing it out. And, you know, when they're in the 3-on-5, they're walking into a triple stacked B site. So, you know, that's even more credit to them. It's not like they had the easy task of getting past 2. Bolts plays it to perfection, and that's given MIBR a real lifeline here.
Last round of this half here, double AWP for FaZe as well. Money no longer the problem in the way. Yell's got his. Back to the mid control for MIBR, right? 4 players taking that. And FaZe have gone back to what they were running all CT side long. Very passive setups, giving away the middle area, playing back in the site, playing the moto side. And especially when you have a double AWP like this, it makes a lot of sense why you'd want to concede some ground and play more favorable ranges. That's exactly what Brokey is doing. Second AWP on B on Olaf. They're going to try and trifle with Brokey. He's wrapped around on the arch side, scoping early so they don't hear it. Molly fades and Brokey waits. Oh, that's a nice shot.
All right. All right, Brokey, getting our attention. Oh, looking for another. All right. Shiz's going to get out of there. MIBR falling back into one of these B plays. I mean, B has been very, very successful for them.
Oh, 20 seconds.
And Molly wasting time off the clock, and that's going to leave MIBR feeling pressured. Olaf with the swing. There's the first. Can he get any more? Another for Olaf. Oh, maybe a little bit more from him. The AWPs light up the server for the side of FaZe, and they close out that first half of overtime, 17-16. I love what we've seen out of Olaf in this game, man. I'm really feeling the nostalgia at the minute, right? It's been great seeing, you know, obviously Dignitas looking good as well. Then you've got Olaf here in FaZe popping off. Good time to have been a Swedish legend, as it turns out.
Yes, it's always going to be great to see so many memories with a player like Olaf Meister. Not just a great player, but someone who drove the game forward. And it's you can't not be a fan of that history, that legacy. And with that said, 2 rounds away for FaZe here to force us into a third map. It's a slim margin though, only 1 round behind, only 3 rounds needed for MIBR at the current time. Leaving Banana to MIBR at the moment, and that's, again, a big win. We saw that was very predictive of MIBR having success, having that control. They know that they can have 4 players towards A right now, and it has to be an argument for them to pull anyone back to that B site, and it doesn't look like there'll be one in this round. It's looking pretty committed here for FaZe.
Here's a drop-off Balk as well. That's big info. Oh, Brokey scoped up. The AWP's moving in. Yell's got a shot. He surely can't escape. That is ridiculous. Brokey moving up to try and get anything done, eat some damage off of the HEs. Yell is still here in the site, and he's got crossfire from the pit as well, but they're running him down. The Org saving the day. Danico, he's been great with his gun, but he's now all that stands between FaZe and a bomb plant. Maybe even another round as Brokey no-scopes him on the box. It's a 2-on-2. The bomb planted, and although FaZe have low health, they are very much in this round.
I hope a chance of FaZe to reach map point and take this to a third. And it's hinging now on Olaf and Brokey. There's the peak to Brokey. He's isolated, but he's still good for the swing. Cello. Oh, he's seen Olaf over towards short. Olaf getting a bit of chip damage, and now this makes it a lot harder for Cello. What's he going to do? Tries to get on the bomb. He didn't want the AWP. It wasn't the intention, I don't think. And a missed shot there. Oh, the USP.
Phil.
The pistol whip to delete Olaf Meister, and MIBR on to 17.
Oh, my.
What the hell was that? That doesn't really make sense, but okay. It's like an afterthought. It doesn't even seem like he even consciously understood what was happening. And as you say, doesn't mean to pick up this AWP. That's bad enough, but apparently still in the zone. That is... Oh my god.
I don't even think it registered that he just nailed the first bullet like that. There's that moment where he's like still looking. No, mate, you've got him. You've done it.
Misses that. That's
That
a
was
done
so
round.
slick, so suave, and now they're all tied up. Now things get real interesting. Double overtime on the cards. Triple banana setup, quad early on to throw in a bit of extra utility. And this 3B lean could come in handy with FaZe having their eyes set towards this side of the map early on, contesting that banana control. And we had Golden and Samuelson on the other day. They were saying how important this nade fight is at banana, and you'll see that MIBR have slightly edged that one out. That's going to help out more so for MIBR here as well, because with these M4s now, 2 of these players in that one-shot headshot realm. The little thing to note as FaZe regroup over here in mid. And look at this. Yell's about to peek Banana. He's been set up here alone. This frees up 2 more players to rotate round for MIBR and reinforce this A site hold. This is dangerous now for FaZe. They don't know it, but they're walking into the stack.
And we'll get some initial trades coming through here in favor of MIBR, but pretty neck and neck for now. Leaving it to Brokey, though. Hits a... Oh, actually missed that one. It doesn't really matter, but as you say, really smart from MIBR. MIBR, round after round, have been getting Banana. They've been getting that control. They gave it up this time. FaZe walk up. They wanted to challenge them for it, but they weren't there because they had a setup where they were going to have a delayed peak, trying to catch FaZe on a timing as they would push up. But FaZe weren't there, so they're getting the info in a time where FaZe have no idea that they are getting that info just as they've left. It's perfect. Perfect read from MIBR.
That's a banging shot as well. Brokey, who has been unbelievably good in this series, especially on Dust 2, picked out of the action, down middle. Yell just taking the fight to him. 18-17 with a man advantage. Could this be the 2-0 to knock FaZe 0-2 in the group? Very possibly. Kiabi's leading the charge. This is it for FaZe. This is everything as the MIBR try and take this series straight away from them. Rain taking long control. He's in Archway. They don't have Banana to wrap B, so he's just trying to kill this long player in Yell, who's gone back after that pick down mid. Oh, Rain spots him. Yell goes back in for more. It's a dangerous fight. Rain, very good at these pre-fires, knows his angles, this man. And Kiabi's also here too. This is a weird position for FaZe to be in. They hope these long players can get picks, but Yao is really not giving away a kill. He's playing this masterfully. Finally, FaZe flip him the bird, smoke him off, and split the site.
Oh, Rain with a nice tap, and now things get real claustrophobic here. Inside of the A site, it's left into a 3-on-4 retake, double overtime, very much on the cards now more than ever. MIBR taking a long while to fully rotate round. Cello still a long way away, smokes down. With that being replenished, you know, you might just have to go through it. If you wait for that to fade, you need all these kills in a matter of seconds and then get on that bomb. Hey, it's good to Kiabi. Do they have another? No, they don't. They throw in a smoke to try and facilitate this push, but Kiabi's still a threat. Kiabi is still a problem. Cold Zera back of the site, and there it is. Kiabi with the late peak, double overtime locked in, ladies and gentlemen. The game that just kept on going. MIBR FaZe proven to be as close as we said it would be. Although I wasn't predicting this. You know, when I said close, I was thinking like 16-13. Not double overtime, raging into the night.
And it's great to see.
Or morning, I guess, in your case, Dan, actually.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great way to get energized, for me at least. I don't know about if it's beneficial for you at nighttime, but here we have another fast take on another. The triple nade coming in from FaZe. Look how, oh god, that last nade could have been the one to finish off Cello, but he will stay standing for now. And really smart stuff from FaZe, knowing that MIBR have had a lot of value from top Banana. Oh, right, well, Cello, he likes to sit in smokes, but this time he will go down, unfortunately, for MIBR, and they'll start off on a bad footing. We haven't really seen this happen too often in the last 10 rounds or so. Curious how they will try to recover from this. Again, the typical response is cut noise as the T side, allow them to go 2-2, and then attack the A site where it's easier to isolate the defenders. That's usually how a T side would like to do this. You can even try to get a lurk up top Banana to punish an info play, punish rotations. There's so much you can do here. And FaZe, they may actually they're going for the B wrap. Not the usual response for this, but it's going to be pretty devastating.
Yeah, only bolts here on this side of the spawn. Back of the site is going to be that or getting one done. They're going to try and molly it out. Bolts is dead to the 1B split player. That leaves Daniko in hot water, in fire, in fact, as he smokes it off and drops his util hurriedly. Does do some damage, somehow still alive here, but no ammo. He should be dead on the next fight. Oh my god, he swung, and he's gotten away with another pistol out. If he can even get one more kill, that would be huge, but instead it's Shuz alone, as his teammates have all fallen. That's a a damn good attempt to the back of the site, and it's not done yet. Shuz fast in with a kill. The orb dodged as he gets through the smoke, and he can try and isolate another 1v1, but Olof will win it out. Keeping up his strong performance, 36 kills for Olof Meister.
I almost want to see a mid-aggression from MIBR on the C side. It's like really like mix it up just like FaZe did. Because I think, you know, FaZe have started to get a really good understanding of exactly how to get value out of the early round now, even if they lose Banana. So throwing a mix-up would be great to see, but MIBR instead will go for that typical 3 Banana early round approach.
Well, good early damage onto Kirby. Great early damage at that with the third nade going in late. That's knocked Kirby out of the banana and locked that in for MIBR. Now we see those players that were over towards B start to come back round. But this A site has been the reoccurring problem, and this double long setup was something that in regulation was being used against MIBR. This time with top mid taking the bomb, still waiting down towards the base of Banana, has alongside it another man in the form of Cold's Error as they retake this control. Yell waiting patiently, and there's the reward.
Ooh.
Rain out. Oh, Brokey at least providing the equalizer. And this now leaves a bit of a question mark in the minds of MIBR. Where's this looking to end up? It will be this B play as they go back to collect the bomb from bottom mid. They now rejoin their teammates in the top of Banana, making this push happen. Boost up for Bolts to try and spot over the top, but Kirby's going to check it. Cello needs to put on a bit of a show, and he can't. Brokey cancels him out, and it's a 2-on-3 retake for MIBR. Things are looking good for FaZe here. The only worry is Kirby, low on HP, could give up the 2v2. But it's not a worry yet.
Boost where you can. That smoke ain't gonna last forever. Send the AWP up, but look who's watching, waiting. Kirby dead off the top. That's a fast shot for Yell. Shiz can flash him in from the coffin side. Brokey's holding though. Is the flash gonna really affect him at this range? No. It lands short. Shiz with 1. Damage done to Brokey, but he's got to clear close and he checks the wrong side. Nice pre-fire, but Olof is tucked and there's just no time. And Shiz doesn't even know if he did, maybe there was a chance. Instead, FaZe find 20. And I gotta say, as good as he's been playing in this series, that's a massive error from Danico that really cost MIBR the round. They're 5v4, they're 2 on B, FaZe are grouping B, and Danico pushes short. He dies to the AWP on Brokey, and as he dies, Yell is halfway on his B rotation to go and stack the B bomb site where FaZe were ending. But because Danico dies, getting that info, Yell has to double back. He has to bail on his rotate. FaZe able to execute into a 4-on-2 into that B bomb site, and they just win it out. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, and it's going to get worse for MIBR. Boy, oh boy, is it going to get worse. 2 picks early, FaZe finding their 3rd by the looks.
Oh, it's brutal. The humanity of it all. FaZe about to go flawless in this first half of overtime. And there it is. It's looking like a lock-in here. Bolts all alone. And let's face it, he's probably not going to make this one happen, is he?
Yeah. I mean, if he was able to do it, it's one for the history books, that's for sure. But he is getting hunted. They know precisely where he is. Not even going to get the ability to fire his gun. All right, well, back against the wall again. Means that we know that MIBR have a tendency to find a way to turn it up so far in this series in these moments. So once again, can they call upon that strength? Well, we shall see. On this T side of theirs, they're going to need a lot. And FaZe, it feels like they've got to be so comfortable now. This is one of the most comfortable positions they've had all game long. Starting off 3 towards Banana for that Banana control early on. In fact, FaZe going quite aggressive for it. We're very deep there. That's extremely brave. Now, it would be great to see MIBR challenging through that smoke. That would be fantastic. Give it a bit of a delay. and try to punish FaZe if they were to stack 4 towards A, which is the typical response from that deep smoke. Can't get top mid just yet either, so definitely a few arguments to try to retake Banana here. This looks like that's what's going to be happening. And meanwhile, Danica's lurking up by that arch smoke. Oh, big pick.
Yeah, nice little opener, right? Finding Rain, trying to get the banana info. Now that's going to force an early rotate out of Brokey, but this is where Danico's position can come in handy. He just heard that rotation away. So you're actually going to start to see players peeling off banana and rejoining this top mid position. That's Yell with the bomb coming in. Now that they've lost Danico, though, the future's kind of uncertain as to where this bomb's ending up. It will be the A commitment. These players from B running back to rejoin with their leader over in top mid. Shuz in the apartments, taking a peek, doesn't see anything yet, but getting up on top of the boxes is coldzera. He's done a lot from this position before. This time it's only good for 1, and we're left in a 2-on-2. MIBR, they need a flawless half to get us to a triple overtime. This would be the first out of 3. Yell holding on to middle, and he needs to win this fight. There it is, the flick to Olof. And now that's left Brokey in the clutch. 1v2, P250 out. And maybe a chance to get the drop on Yell. It's not being held, but the P250 misses. There's 1. Yell trades it immediately, leaves nothing to chance. 4 in the round. The opener onto Rain at Banana. 2 in the 2 versus 2 as well. Great stuff from him to put 19 on the board. MIBR still trying to claw their way back in. Not letting FaZe close this game out yet.
Yeah, it's interesting too, like the amount of frags it feels like is a lot higher on FaZe. There's 3 players above 30 and pretty much everyone in the 20s for MIBR. So it's just kind of interesting to see the whole pack together. Brokey on that mid face. Don't find any love with that AWP just yet. MIBR have the option to go aggressive on Banana. Olof is holding it. And it seems like they might be aware of this, holding the gap. The flash, just a solo play from Olof is good to take down Yell. And you guys were just highlighting exactly how important he has been in some of these rounds with the AWP, but now he's out of the picture.
On map point as well. Goodbye, Yell. He's got to sit back and relax and hope his team can pick up the pieces of this round. Are they going to fall into a standard 4-on-2 B execute? This time, no early rotate from FaZe, no third man. No fly in the ointment, but still a problem. AWP is posted, Olof looking for more, and he's not the guy I'd be wanting to mess with right now. It's a good entry from Cello. Olof can't stop the assault of B right now. There's that CT smoke. Molly's in very late. He thought he could get a fight before it bloomed, but now they've crossed into the site, smoking him off on both choke points. Oh, hello. Oh, very close. But close won't cut it, as FaZe have to retake in a 4-on-4.
Flashes.
Setting up. You do it, Harry. Get in there.
Yeah, no, man, I got it. I'm feeling it. Here we go. Danico, back of the site. It's actually Bolts to steal it away. A lot more where that came from, though, Danico, and he shrunk himself down. There's the swing. There's the lineup. And now just Olof, he's on the bomb, but he's not going to get any heroics today. He's not earning another graffiti for sticking a defuse. That there is 20 on the board for MIBR.
He can do it in mollies, he can't do it in smoke though. Shot through it, and MIBR, how are they still in this game, mate? I really don't know how this game's even still going. I don't know who should have won by now. It's been so back and forth, but you thought surely FaZe with a flawless T side were going to be able to just get it over the line here. MIBR stepping up when it matters, and 1 more for the triple OT. Is that really the world we live in? Might just be 4 B players for FaZe. They really want to win this banana fight and have some spare grenades as well. Good HE onto Yell. Don't want him getting picked up early again if you're MIBR. You may have won that 4v2 into B, but that's only because FaZe didn't triple rotate, which is something they've been very, very on top of in many of these 5-on-4 rounds, is having a heavy B hold. But obviously now things are standard, back to a heavy short pit setup for FaZe. Long is open. It's by design. Oh, again the pick. Brokey delivering a lot of those openers. Calico gone. Triple OT or 3-map series. Maybe even both.
In the 4v5 for MIBR, things slow down as FaZe don't want to take any chances. They themselves are playing essentially retake on B. They actually have spots where both players can disengage and not commit to fights if it's a B exec. And on the A side of things, they are very far back. 2-man pit setup. So FaZe not putting a single thing to chances. This push is gearing up. And as it looks ready to go, oh, that's stunning! What an entry! But the response is just as good from Kolb, and he is not done just yet. It may, in fact, it is dead in the water here for MIBR. Finally, we have a winner, and it's FaZe.
That is unbelievable, and yeah, congratulations. They're going to be a bit worn out after that one, I can imagine. Kirby's already out of there, as you can see, as FaZe take the map in this series, the second map, taking us all the way to Mirage. That was a baller of a game, honestly, a banger of a game, and MIBR deserves some props for hanging on throughout all of those OTs as well. So yeah, I have no idea where this series is going. I feel like FaZe are going to have a lot of wind in their sails moving forward.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think at the same time, there's a lot that we saw from that series which really suggested, you know, Yell's really warmed up. I mean, it felt like really every single player from MIBR was doing great stuff. And similarly for FaZe, it seems like everybody's on right now, that just sets us up perfectly for a decider.
Well, let's throw it to a break, and we'll come back with the third map of the series. See you soon.